Greta Thunberg is an environmental activist from Sweden focused on climate change. In 2015 she protested outside the Swedish parliament alone, holding a sign. Soon after, many students followed her example and started protesting in their own towns. They formed an organization called Fridays for Future that protest climate change by taking time off school. After Thunberg appeared at the UN in 2018, students started protesting everywhere in the world every week. In 2019 there was 2 multi-city protests that included over 1 million students each. Thunberg is a blunt, matter-of-fact speaker both in public and to politicians in person, in which she demands action in climate change matters. At home, she convinced her parents to change their carbon footprint habits by giving up air travel and not eating meat. In 2019 Time magazine featured her in the cover and called her a next-generation leader and pointed that many see her as a role model. She was featured in a Vice documentary called Make the World Greta Again. Many have described her influence in the world as the Greta Thunberg effect. She was born in 2003 in Stockholm to a famous family of an opera singer, an actor, and a grandfather who is a film director. She first heard about climate change when she was 8, and around that time, she became very depressed and lethargic, wouldn't speak or eat. She was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome and other conditions. She says her conditions give her a superpower rather than limit her. In late 2018 she began the school climate strikes and her speeches, by which she has become an internationally recognized activist. Her father is against her not being in school but supports her activism when he said, "We respect that she wants to make a stand. She can either sit at home and be really unhappy, or protest and be happy." In May 2019 she published a book about her speeches titled "No One is Too Small to Make a Difference," with the profits going to charity. In 2019 she collaborated with the band, the 1975, and the proceeds go to Extinction Rebellion. In August 2019 she crossed the Atlantic in a yacht powered by solar panels, and after that she attended the UN Climate Action Summit, and in December will be at the COP25 Climate Change Conference in Chile. She was inspired by the walkouts at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School after the mass shooting there in 2018. To walk out of her own classes to protest climate change, but when she persuaded her fellow classmates to do school strikes, nobody wanted to do it, so she decided to protest on her own at the Swedish parliament steps. She was there for 3 weeks during school hours holding a sign that said, "School Strike for the Climate," and handed out leaflets that said, "I'm doing this because you adults are shitting on my future." Until March of 2019 she was still protesting outside the Swedish parliament every Friday. She has spoken at numerous locations, including the US Congress, the European Parliament, the UN, Davos, among other places. She is a rising star in the world of environmental activism. Please smash that like button and smash that subscribe button.